Exactly. His brand is that everybody hates him. So I just refuse to really watch that stuff. But yeah, I mean, we all know that Patrick Mahomes played against the best defense in the NFL that year in the Super Bowl. And it took him a little while, but guess what? When it broke, that whole thing came crashing down. There was no stopping him as soon as WASP happened. And Richard Sherman it will forever be respectful of that fact because they did everything they could to shut him out. Guess what? It didn't matter. They figured it out.
I like it. So at this point, do you both think that Williams has the starting job at CB, or will they alternate like last year? Honestly, I'm not sure that L'Jarius doesn't play. I mean, there's an outside possibility, but say he does start, Dan, he can't go more than 15 or 20 snaps, right?
No, he'll be on a snap count for sure.
So I would think Joshua was the guy that comes in.
Yeah, I think Williams is the first guy off the bench in their nickel packages.
Okay, fair enough. Now, if it were a start where you got to like get after somebody in the very beginning, I do feel like Watson's more physical, and I do think that part of it might have been a different scenario. But if you're just replacing L'Jarius Sneed and you've got a game plan that revolves around his abilities, Joshua is clearly the better replacement for him. I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, I agree.
For clarification, folks, Generic Prince did make the practice squad. He is not on the 53, but he is a Chief. He made it through, so there will be that possibility. Let's see. I thought I had another one I was supposed to put up, but evidently not. So do you guys think Pop will go over 1,000 yards? I feel pretty confident about it.
I do too. I'm pretty sure I have almost penciled in that he'll go for 1,000 and like 10 touchdowns. Like I think that's a walk in the park for this offense, considering what they don't want Patrick Mahomes to do.
The only way that doesn't happen is if they run early in the season enough to get teams out of too high. If they're going to get teams that bring down 7 in the box again, then I think they'll go back to dumping it over the top. And good Lord, we're all going to have a great time watching that. I just don't know if they're going to run enough volume to get there.
Yeah.
And I see.
So I see where the confusion is. The Chiefs now have 3 Prince names in their roster and practice squad. Yes, Prince Teguanogo is on the roster. Generic Prince is on the practice squad, and Garrett Prince is on the practice squad.
Yes.
I think we have figured that out.
Can I get a king anywhere? For the love of God.
Anywhere, please.
Come on. I like this one, Stevie. Everybody give Stevie a hand, and Gary's in the chat as well. Our mods are here. Ryder doesn't deserve a spot to be Casey Wolf. That's funny.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, he held down the 4. He's got a Super Bowl ring. Give him Casey Wolf at least. Come on.
Can he do a cartwheel? That's my question.
No.
I think our receiving core looks awesome. What do you guys think? I'm just glad they kept all of them.
I've got a tweet from like June, and I'm gonna bring it back out when the season rolls. This is the most talented front to back wide receiver core the Chiefs have had under Patrick Mahomes. It is. Period. End of story.
Moving on. Love that it's more varied as well. And I won't disagree with you. And Avery says so because she's smiling. So
exactly.
Thank you, Matt, for clarifying that, and well done, Dan, because I forgot about those. All right. Last one. Let's see. Greg had a question. With all these wide receivers, will they still run sets with no tight ends? They certainly can. I actually enjoy the split backs with multiple wides. I kind of like that.
I like the pony personnel. Pony personnel, for those who don't know, is 2 running backs on the field at the same time. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. And I think you might see it more because there's no fullback on the roster. So that it makes me happy because you can do multiple things like we saw in the Super Bowl, but that was Sky Moore in the backfield and McKinnon in the quote unquote fullback role. I like things like that. That makes me happy. That's what the 49ers do with Deebo Samuel putting, use check out wide and a running back in the slot. And it's fun.